Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a fantastic day. So I want to take a look at a little known rule with some of the prop firms that can catch people out. Now, people have asked me in the comments previously about this rule. I've not known too much about it, but it's really come to a lot more light where somebody sent me a lot of evidence and screenshots and clarity around some of the prop firms and what the actual decisions are on this rule. Now, essentially, it's a rule where you are in profit as a funded trader, you violate one of the rules. Let's say you are in a daily drawdown and you hit the maximum daily drawdown, but you have still finished the month in profit. Are you eligible for a profit split? And that's also a really confusing question to ask. Now, it's not actually that difficult to violate some of these rules. So as an example, with MetaTrader, it can be a bit confusing. It sometimes remembers the last number of lots. If you change from placing a market order to a limit or a buy stop, it can remember some different numbers. If you're moving between gold and Forex, again, they're all different lot sizes. So you could theoretically go in and place an incorrect lot size, and by the time you've done the spread, you could almost be at the max daily drawdown. It goes against you a very, very small amount, and before you know it, you've blown the account. So let's say you were 20% in profit, and you've 3 weeks in, you've done and hit the daily drawdown. Now you're only at 15% profit, but you've actually now terminated the account, and therefore the prop firm is in their complete legitimacy to say, okay, fine, your account is now terminated. But can you get that profit split? It varies across all the prop firms. There's no definitive one answer, and it would be fantastic if there was. It ranges from some prop firms saying, yes, fine, we accept the fact you've had a bad day, but we'll still honor it and pay out the profit split you would have had. Some will reduce that profit split down and say, okay, fine, we would have paid you 80%, but you violated the rule, but as a good gesture, we'll pay you a smaller amount. Some say, okay, we will pay you, but you must have met all these other criteria in your trades, and therefore that's a kind of way of them getting out of paying. And some flatly say, no, you've violated the rules, you are ineligible for any payout whatsoever. So I think the key thing to remember here is, although throughout trading on a month we are seeing the profits generating, it's very easy to get caught up in it and get run away with expecting a payout to happen. The reality is profits are only realized when we bank them. Although we might be 20, 30, 40% up on a month, anything can happen and that account can be lost, and therefore we could end up losing our profits. So my advice as always is just be careful, don't take any undue risks, and don't start banking the profits in your mind and spending them before you've actually got them in your bank account. So I'm not sure how common this is, but I do know a lot of traders do blow up their accounts within a number of months for whatever reasons. It could be trading conditions change, or it could be some real market condition come out and they also get gapped or stopped out or a slippage and get into a rut, and before you know it, you are significantly in a drawdown and a loss. Now, I think for most people, that's obviously a gradual thing. And if you are in, let's say, a 10% profit at one point, you might lose 3%, 3%, 3%, 4%. And before you know it, you're actually in a negative, and therefore this won't affect you. There are going to be a lot of traders who are very good in the first 2 weeks, don't bank the profits, and then hit that significant impact and obviously then lose the account with a significant drawdown and can be affected by this rule. So as I said before, always do your due diligence with prop firms, understand what these rules are, try and find them out, have a chat with them. Most prop firms now have a pretty good live instant chat. You might have to wait in the queue for a little while, but when you're there, ask them what they would do if this was to happen, because the worst case is you are a significant amount of money up in a particular month and you do blow the account and they're not eligible for any payouts. A lot of prop firms may not have this on their FAQs, on their websites, but it may actually be in the contracts you sign as well. So again, do that sort of due diligence, read through all the contracts and make sure you understand all of the terms and conditions. Some of the contracts I've seen with some prop firms are very, very basic, just almost a couple of pages long. Some are a lot more in depth and go through a whole range of things, like a real true employment contract where these things should all be clearly marked and defined. Now, I know from my personal experience when I was funded with FTMO originally, I did actually manage to violate one of their trading in the news rules. I was expecting at that time to say, okay, fine, you've violated a rule, we're going to close your account and terminate it. Reality was, in that situation, they just gave me a warning and actually took the profit away from the actual expected amount I was going to get. That was very nice of them. But again, I'm not sure how other prop firms will deal with all these violations, because I'm very, very diligent on my trading and I try not to get into any bad mistakes. But as always, it happens, so just be prepared for some things if it does happen to you. So as always, thank you for watching today's video. Hope it's been some use for you. Comment down below if this has actually happened to you or you want me to do a more investigation and research into this topic. So I'll see you again soon. Cheers.